Crimson Cobra Unite! In this video, let's look at the G.I. Joe classified Crimson Viper action figure. I have two from Kapow Toys. I'll put a link to Kapow Toys in the comments below. So let's talk about them on Tac Tac Toys with Film. Yeah, here's the packaging, as you can see. Now let's talk about them on Tac Tac Toys with Film. Welcome back to Tac Tac Toys with Film, your home of 1/12 scale movie-based action figures, G.I. Joe classified, Valorverse Action Force, and custom action figures of my own design. This video is not for kids, so let's get into it. So yeah, in this video, let's talk about the G.I. Joe classified Crimson Viper. Here he is next to the Crimson Bat, and yeah, a nice little solid offering to build out your Crimson army a bit more. A sub-rank of Cobra, obviously led by the Crimson Twins. So yeah, here's the Crimson Viper standing side by side with the Crimson Bat. As I say, I've got two of them from Kapow Toys. Here's the artwork. We have a digital render on the front with the Crimson Viper and obviously all the sort of accessories he comes with. That being his backpack, his blue scarf, his goggles, his handgun, and his sort of larger weapon or larger rifle with removable magazine. So yeah, that's what it comes with. Here's obviously the front of the packaging, as you can see here, displaying that on the front. It's number 85 in the series. So yeah, let's get on to the back, and as you can see here, it says 85 on the back. You've got to look at, again, the Cobra Viper, digital render of the Cobra Viper, looking very red. I think the figure doesn't look quite this cherry red, but we'll see that in a moment. Yeah, so on the side here, again, you see the 85 and you see a QR code to scan and some of the artwork for the Crimson Viper up close. Yep, there we go. And then on the other side, which I'm going to show you in a minute, I think I'm going to show you the top in a minute, but we'll have a look. Yeah, at the top so it says G.I. Joe Classified series, so letting you know that it's in the G.I. Joe Classified series, this figure. As I say, there's the digital render, which is showing you all the artwork, and there's some lovely artwork of the Crimson Viper on the other side of the box. So, yeah, that's what you get in terms of packaging, and obviously exactly the same thing on any army, any sort of duplicates you may buy to army build. They're going to obviously be exactly the same packaging-wise. So, with that out of the way, let's open these bad boys up and see what we got inside. Yo, Joe! There's me as Flint, just for a bit of added fun. So yeah, here's both of them out the package. As I say, I got them from Kapow Toys, and they're looking pretty decent, really. They've got a nice colour scheme, I think. I really wanted to build out the Crimson Forces. As soon as these went up for pre-order, I really wanted to get them. I've got obviously the Crimson Bats. I've got the Crimson Guard, obviously got the Crimson Twins, and no doubt that the Hasbro team are going to make more Crimson versions of these characters. So let's have a look up close. Here is the Crimson Viper up close. You can see with all his accessories on him, such as his scarf and his goggles, and it's basically, yeah, the regular Viper in crimson. So everything you'd expect from the regular Viper in crimson. The only thing I found is he's a bit darker in color scheme, the actual figure, compared to the digital render. As you can see here on the box, digital render on the box is a little bit more sort of cherry red or brighter red, but you know, it's still a member of the Crimson Forces. So yeah, we're going to have a look at him in much more detail, obviously, as you'd expect in the video. Here's two of them on my diorama, which was made for me. So yeah, we're going to get into it. But I'm planning to get a lot more of these and army build them. As I say, they're available on Kapow Toys at the minute, so I'll put a link for the Kapow Toys Crimson Viper in the comments below. So let's see what's inside the box, as Brad Pitt would say. So number 85. In the weapons cache box, got the Cobra logo there, and it says Crimson Viper on one side, and this is where his goggles and his scarf and his backpack and weapons are stored. So yeah, that's what comes inside the box. And then you've got the figure tray, which obviously houses the figure. This has got some lovely black and white artwork of the Crimson Viper, and those sort of straw cable ties that they used before are gone. They've used plastic ones now. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button, comment and subscribe so you don't miss any of my content. And let's go through the articulation. So let's move one aside and have a look at the articulation. So here we go. As you can expect, the helmet head looks up and down, side to side, as you can see there. Obviously goes in a 360-degree motion. Yep. Arms go out in a T-pose, and you've got full shoulder rotation on display there. Double jointed elbows. You've got full wrist rotation, as you'd expect from any yeah, G.I. Joe classified figure, all the standard articulations. So yeah, that's one. Same on the other side, as of course you'd expect. So again, shoulder goes out to a T-pose, full shoulder rotation, double jointed elbow, and wrist rotation. Now, obviously, at the waist, he's wearing quite a thick vest, something that the early G.I. Joes did have, so it limits articulation there. You've got a thigh cut, as you can see in use there, at the legs. Yep, double jointed knees. You've got a boot cut, which you'll see now. Yep, there you go, boot cut, and ankle articulation, so ankle rocker, ankle articulation. So everything you expect from a standard G.I. Joe figure. And as I say, with him wearing the vest, it does hinder the articulation there. And of course, he's got goggles. We'll see what he comes with now. So this is his large rifle, and it has a removable magazine. Yep, which is, well, nearly removable. There you go. There's a removable magazine, yep, which comes out, and you can plug that straight back in. There you go. Yep. And as to be expected, that comes with all the Vipers, the regular Vipers, the Python Patrol Vipers, everything like that. He's got a sidearm, his thigh holster, which again is removable. Yep, so there you go. Standard thing on all the Python sort of action figures. Yeah, it comes with a blue scarf and goggles, which can be fitted onto the figure. And obviously, there you go, there's blue scarf. Obviously, his backpack as well, which can be fitted on. Now, yeah, its colour scheme is lovely. I think it's a really, really nice colour scheme on the figure. Nice blues and reds and greys all sort of matching together in black. Let's do some comparisons. Here he is next to a SAS Trooper. Now, this is obviously Big Ben with the SAS Trooper head. I've got a few of these, so I've Army built a couple of these now. But yeah, here is it alongside the G.I. Joe Classified Night Force SAS Trooper, aka Big Ben, but with the SAS head. So I've got one with one Big Ben head and two SAS Trooper gas masks. Plan to get a few more. Again, these are available on Kapow as well. Put a link for that in the comments below. And here he is next to my custom G.I. Joe Classified Jungle Ops Steel Brigade Trooper, and I'll put a link for that video in the comments below. So this is a Steel Brigade head. It's actually a Steel Brigade officer head, completely repainted on a flint body. And I've completely repainted the figure. And you can check out one of my earlier videos on a character I made called Beast Mode, which shows you how I do the customizing process from start to finish. But yeah, here he is alongside one of my customs, as I say. And I'll put a link to this Steel Brigade Jungle Ops Trooper in the comments below. So yeah, there's a few G.I. Joe comparisons, and there's more to come. So let's go through those. Now, we can't obviously have a Crimson Viper on in the video without a comparison with a Crimson Bat. So here you go. Here's the two sort of members of the Crimson Forces, obviously the Crimson Guard being the third member, but here's a comparison between the two. So if you want to build out your Crimson Forces, these are two great options. And of course, you've got the Crimson Guard as well, who can flank the Crimson Commanders or the Crimson Twins, if you do want to build a little sub-army, which I'm going to do. Here's the Cobra Infantryman, the regular Cobra Infantry. Bit hard to find these are now. Maybe they'll get re-released at some point. But so here's two different factions of Cobra sized up together. Obviously the Crimson Viper alongside the Cobra Infantryman. So we may even, who knows, we may even get a Crimson Infantryman, but who knows. That'd be a great way for a repaint other than to re-release it. But probably a regular Infantryman would be great, because these are a bit hard to find now. And here he is next to G.I. Joe. I guess he's called Resolute Snake Eyes. He's the one that came with the white timber in the 2-pack. Apparently Lenny from the Hasbro team said he's based on the Resolute Snake Eyes. But yeah, here he is next to Snake Eyes. So yeah, it's sort of the staple of any G.I. Joe storyline of comparison is Snake Eyes. Here he is next to Tiger Force Dusty, again from available on Kapow. So I'll put a link for Tiger Force Dusty on Kapow in the comments below. So I quite like this colour scheme for Dusty myself, the Tiger Force one. I mean, I like the regular one, but I do quite like the sort of coloured scheme for the Tiger Force Dusty. And just for something different, here's both the Crimson Vipers next to Marvel Legends 90s Deadpool. So yeah, we'll do a comparison with a few Marvel Legends. So yeah, was always a big fan of Deadpool in the 90s. I actually prefer him from that era, but he was lying around. I don't know what gave. I think I've given him a Marvel Select weapon from the Guardians of the Galaxy or something. But here he is. Here's two Crimson Vipers next to Deadpool. So yeah, and we'll have a look again the articulation just dead quickly while I talk you through this. So the joints remove really smoothly, which is quite nice, because some of the repaints we've had recently, such as the bats and things, the Arctic bats in particular, have not had the best kind of articulate. Had a few QC issues, not had the best articulation, and I think the Crimson bats, a couple of them had a few QC issues. So it's nice that this figure doesn't really have any QC issues, at least I haven't found so anyway, and is sort of exactly the same as what you'd expect from the Viper 3-pack or a Python Patrol Viper. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're going to get plenty more sub-teams, either existing ones or ones that the Hasbro team come up with, and we're probably going to see the Vipers among those. And just for something different, let's put in with the Renew Your Vows, Marvel Legends Spider-Man. So here's both Crimson Vipers alongside the Renew Your Vows Marvel Legends Spider-Man. So yeah, that's our comparisons. So yeah, I mean, what do you think? Let me know. And again, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. And if you want to watch my latest custom video on my G.I. Joe original figure named Deep Dive, the link for that video will be in the comments below. And for some great YouTube channels, you can of course check out Dan Who Reviews for all the latest Marvel Legends news, reviews and live streams with co-host Rich M. And of course, there's Turtles and Tea with Tanner, where they talk all the latest Turtles news. And then the live stream that I'm on, which is Joe's and Juice, with our host Mini Plastic Multiverse Tom and myself, talking all the latest G.I. Joe news, and of course Valaverse, Action Force and anything else. And we have Pulse, at the time of this video, we have PulseCon coming up on the 22nd of September. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of new reveals to talk about when we get around to our next episode of Joe's and Juice. And for action figure reviews in the UK, check out Jay's Toy Collection UK. I'll put a link to his latest live stream. They're usually on a Friday at 9 PM in the comments below, so you can check that out. And for action figure toy hunt stateside, you can check out Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review. He's been doing a few G.I. Joe pickups of late with the Trouble Bubble and the Cobra Valkyries. So I'll put a link to his channel in the comments below. And feel free to check out Agent Z-Man. And you can of course check out Big Wheel, Pixels and Plastic. And feel free to check out Why So Serious Toys. And again, links for all these YouTube channels will be in the comments below. And for action figure reviews in Ireland, you can of course check out Brian's action figure reviews. And for action figure chat and pop culture discussion, you can check out Dante and the Infinity Equation. And for pop music covers, you can check out Elson Official Music. And for all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions and more, you can check out Trevor, the 1/6 shooter. And for action figure toy photography tips and tricks, you can check out Toy Pics. And feel free to check out Cypher Sigma for film reviews and toy pickups. And of course, you can check out the 3POA podcast with Sir Laserpants, Bobby Valor of Action Force and Valaverse, and Tony of Analog Toys for the latest action figure discussion and pop culture chat. And links for all these YouTube channels, as I say, be in the comments below. And keep an eye out on the latest Flicks and Fig video that is upcoming, because it'll have the Crimson Strike team, which is a PulseCon exclusive in that. Obviously relating to the Crimson Vipers and the Crimson Bats and obviously the Crimson Guards. And if you want to pick up some Crimson Vipers of your own, as I say, you can pick them up at Kapow Toys. And I'll put a link for Kapow Toys in the comments below. Feel free to check out Comics and Cocktails. And you can of course check out Props and Replicas. And feel free to check out Star Action Figures. And you can of course check out the whole shebang. And feel free to check out Invincible Toys. And they've got their futuristic combat soldiers, which are up on Big Bad Toy Store, and I'll put a link for Big Bad Toy Store's futuristic combat soldiers in the comments below. And of course you can check out Action Force on Valaverse.com with international shipping. I actually have a Swarm Horde Trooper which I'll be doing a video for, so stick around on the channel and you'll be able to see that coming up very soon. And you can check out all the cool stuff, and why not check out Gobsmack Comics. And you can check out In Demand Toys, and as I say, I'll put a link for all these excellent online UK independent retailers, and of course Invincible Toys on Big Bad Toy Store and Valaverse in the comments below. And feel free to check out filmandtvreview.com and their YouTube channel, and I'll put a link to their YouTube channel in the comments below. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. You as always make all these videos possible. What did you think of the Crimson Vipers? Are you planning to pick them up? Are they ones you're planning to add to your collection? Do you collect G.I. Joe Classified in general? And yeah, let me know your thoughts. So thanks again for watching, Until next time, enjoy those flicks and figs. And a little added bonus for you here at the end. I found a picture of some customs I did way back in 2020. Some of the first G.I. Joe classified customs I did. As you can see here, the man in the red jacket is Gaucho from the original Action Force. Right at the end, you've got Trigger, my first version of Trigger. And in the middle, a character named VR. That was a character of my own creation. So as I say, until next time, just make sure you enjoy those flicks and figs.